I thought I'd show some work that I'm doing on the train table here. I'm going to be trying to make a little mountain tunnel, and I've got the back side of it where I can reach through in case there's a derailment. I'm going to try to put some fronts on the tunnel entrance where it looks like a tunnel, not just an open box. I'm also taking some ideas from an article in the December issue of O-Gauge Railroading, where they used spray foam pins for making their scenery for the hillsides. I can't take credit for it. The author is David Bennett. If you want to read the article, go pick up the magazine. One of the good magazines out there if you want railroading tips. But let's get back to what I'm doing here. I'm using a little bit of glue, some balsa wood structure to hold the cardboard up. Now we'll leave the back open. As you can see, I'm using some of the broken cars as a vise to hold it up, and a box to hold up this one here until the glue dries on the base. Then I'm going to glue and tape the top side down until it dries. Then I'm going to build the face of the tunnel entrance. Then, to help shape it so it don't look like a box, I'm going to take some old paper like junk mail or newspaper, wad it up, put it up on top, stick it in place with tape, and then take a can of the spray foam and put that on there. But you're going to be joining me step for step. Okay, thank you. We'll see y'all in a little bit. Okay, my glue is dried here at the base enough that I can move to the next step. That's gluing up here. Just like that. That. I've already taken the liberty of putting some tape on the edges of the cardboard here before I started the camera. So I'm going to move this into place, fold the tape down to help hold it into place while the glue dries. I'm debating on whether taking the tape off once it does dry, or leaving it there. As you can tell, I had to brace up the front of it with a locomotive, so I'm going to have to do some bracing inside to keep it somewhat straight, so when I put the foam and paper on it, that it don't collapse and break the glue here. Okay, well, we'll continue on a little bit more later. Okay, tonight I'm working on giving this some shape before I put the spray foam on it. I went to one of our local hardware stores and purchased a can. I'm going to give it some shape here by adding chunks of old styrofoam I found, bits and pieces of cardboard. I'm even going to hide some old tape in there. I'm going to take an old envelope here and just crumple it up, and I'm going to add it to here and give it some shape. I'm going to stick it to it with tape. Just do that regular roll that you do. Give it a double side. Stick it right there. And stick it right there. Nothing fancy. Just trying to do something here. Give a little different levels so when the foam's put on there that it will have something different to give it shape other than just a square box. And just add that there and that there. I'm going to just throw different things together here to try to give it some different shape. So when I go to put trees and stuff on there, it won't be looking like a cliff here, and just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Might as well put that to the back, so it's stuck on a piece of tape. Take a piece of paper here. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. I'm going to move the camera just a little bit so you can see where I'm putting this. I'm going to put it toward the front. I'm going to tape it here and tape it down here so it has some sort of attachment to the table. I'm going to stick some stuff underneath, maybe fold the paper in spots. See what I can. Okay, we've got the paper here all in place. All we have to do is put the foam spray on. But I'm going to clear off the table here and do this on a weekend. This way I can have the door open and let some fresh air in. Okie doke. Okay, as you can tell, I've taken off most of the paper because I got some other material to build with. Styrofoam. Most of this I picked up at work when I was cleaning up outside. It had blown in with the latest windstorm. And instead of just throwing it away, I thought I'd put it to use. Okay, I got a little dab of glue here. And I've got styrofoam everywhere. Where do I want to start? But on the front of here to make it start looking like a mountain, but I want to leave room so I can put the Christmas tree about center. So, I'm going to start with a piece like so. And then I'm going to create my edge of my hillside. And I'm also going to try to make the entrances of the tunnel look more creative by putting sections of styrofoam on there. Alrighty, let's begin. Because I've also got the thicker chunks here, which will help. This way I don't have to use as much spray foam. Okay, I am going to tack down this piece here. Take that, get my glue down in the tip here, and squeeze a little bit of that on there, and place this about in here. Now, I don't want to leave just square edges or have just square points, but I'm going to have to shape some of this stuff. So it's not all the same. And I'm trying not to get those little beads all over the place, like this stuff here. And pull that cap off of there. Sorry about the camera dying earlier, but this is the conglomeration of styrofoam that I've put together for my base. I've got the back door open for ventilation. Always do this in a well ventilated area for health reasons. I use this stuff on the chicken farm while I work there in Coburg, Oregon. And it works good on sealing up the cracks in the chicken barns. Let's see if I can still remember how to use it. As you can tell, it don't look like a mountain right now. And it won't look like a mountain when I get done either, because the foam will expand and I'll have to do some sanding. Let's start here at the bottom and work up. As you can see, it's expanding. The more you put in, the more it expands. It'll give different shape. Some of these pieces I did not glue or tape down, and you can tell. They're moving. But when the foam dries, it will hold everything in place. So like using whipped cream, and of course I'll have to paint some of this. A quick, simple way of creating scenery, especially if you don't have a lot of money to spend. And I ran out, but I'm still taking what I can out of the can. Help fill in the holes. Trying not to have to buy another can of insulation foam. At least get the front covered so it looks like from the front a hillside. get every penny's worth out of it I can. I probably will have some spots where I wish I'd have had a little bit more than just one can. See if I can get any more out of it. I see a spot here that I missed from this angle. Try not to drip it all over the place. I think I should have picked up more than one can. Well, maybe I can push some of this stuff in, fill holes. That'll give it some texture, I imagine. And maybe not. I might have to go get another can. Or just paint that in. Which is another possibility. Because I have a spot over here that needs to be painted in or filled in. Stick that in there. Trying to use everything I can. This thing's still spewing stuff, so I'll let what I can drip. Well, so far, it looks like it should be a cotton candy. That would be kind of a interesting, just to leave it that way and call it the Cotton Candy Hill. Then put some trees on it and stuff like that. I was going to do a winter scene, so it's almost the right color for snow. I still have room for the Christmas tree. I believe I'll test that theory out. Well, the Christmas tree made its way out to the garage, so today I'll just let this dry and do another video. Okay, we'll talk with you later. Bye-bye.